However, that's muy delicioso. Down to Two Amigos Mexican restaurant. Harville, Kentucky. Be great. She made guacamole for family Mexican.
Over brown one of a kind custom cake. That burgers have easy. Check them out on the estimate. Sugar Burgers custom cakes for all occasions. 606-344-6595.
Are you a jerky jerk?
Oh, yeah! Dang it. Hey, let me get a piece.
No can do. This is my last piece of RJ's beef jerky.
RJ's Beef Jerky. Real jerky for real jerky jerks.
You owe me jerky.
Located at 511 South Main Street, Corbin, Kentucky, Sugar Booger's Custom Cakes has been bringing delicious treats to the Tri-County area for over a decade. Whether it be a cupcake, cookie, cake pop, brownie, or a signature one-of-a-kind custom cake that will be the star of any event, Sugar Boogers has you covered. Easy online ordering with polite, knowledgeable staff guaranteed to make each experience easy and stress-free. Go check them out on Facebook or give them a call for a free estimate. Sugar Boogers Custom Cakes for all occasions, 606-344-6595.
Kick off your boots, come gather round. We're digging up secrets that can't stay down. Bigfoot's out there in the midnight air. Aliens watching from who knows where. Sugarcoating, we're saying it straight. Bigfoot, alien, CIA. No sugarcoating, the truth on display. Jericho and Paul, bring it your way. From small town whispers to city lights, we're hunting the truth in the dead of night. Conspiracies spin and the rumors fly. Country Cupid is gonna tell you why. No sugarcoating, we're saying it straight. Bigfoot, alien, secrets to break. No sugarcoating, the truth on display. Jericho and Paul, bring it your way. Footsteps in the woods, light in the sky. Call it crazy. We do 50 more to the world than they want it to be. No sugarcoating, we're saying it straight. Bigfoot, alien, secrets to break. No sugarcoating, truth on display. Jericho and Paul, bring it your way. Truth or a tale, come and see. We're gonna have some fun, y'all.
All right, well, guys, that wraps up the show tonight. Thank you, Jenny Baker, for coming on tonight. We have Eugene Smith coming on Friday,
Eugene Smith.
and then James Jones Monday, right?
Yes, James Jones Monday.
So, guys,
and hold on, let me tell you something. Breaking news, even to you. We have undisclosed information that no one knows. We, No Sugarcoating Podcast, are going to be the first to get it out to the public.
sounds awesome. So, guys, make sure to tune in on Friday's show. If that's it, we'll just call it a night.
Yeah, calling that.
Have a great night, guys.
See you.
Hey, dude.
And that's real.
Dude, before you get out of here, I got to take the garbage out. You give me a hand, that way we can get out of here real quick?
You dropped your big mic?
All right, my man. Man, that's an awesome show. Listen, I think a lot of people are going to be interested in what Jenny had to say. Dude, she's got pictures of Bigfoot.
I can't wait for that.
Bigfoot.
Yeah, I really cannot wait for the Bigfoot.
Dude, you're the only person that believes in Bigfoot.
And my wife.
Right.
Yeah. I can't wait till she comes back and shows us them videos and stuff.
She said videos, didn't she?
Yeah, she said she had a video.
Dude, ain't nobody gonna believe it.
And then that lady called me and said something about a picture or
Her
something.
daughter.
Yeah, her daughter.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Whoa.
Whoa. What's that?
No way. No way.
Jenny ain't gonna believe this.
Shh, let's think about it. Dude, there's no way. We're just talking about this. No way.
Lord mercy. What is that?
I think he's pissing.
He's got a tiny pecker.
Shh, 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 shh. Let's go check it out. Because that's him. He's really pissing. Dude. Why do they call him Bigfoot? Why do they call him Bigfoot? I would be embarrassed. I would be so embarrassed. Getting called Bigfoot with such a little pecker. My God, maybe they call him Little Stump. Get out of here. Get out of here. Call him Little Stump. Jeez, oh Pete. No wonder he stays hid. I wouldn't show my face in no damn body if I pack like that. It's supposed to be Bigfoot. Next episode, guys. In a world where feelings are protected and men have traded big, beautiful beards for man purses and man buns, comes to you a podcast you always wanted and never knew you needed. A podcast where feelings are left at the door and conversations happen unfiltered and no sugarcoating. What is going on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, whatever streaming platform you're watching this on? Our TV just went off. I don't know if I had anything to do with that.
Yeah, the remote's right there beside you.
Anyways, guys, we have Eugene Smith with us tonight. He's running for magistrate of the 4th District here in Whitley County. If you don't know Eugene and you live in the 4th District, you're going to see this face. It's going to come to your door soon. So, anyways, Eugene, would you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. Is that okay right there?
Yeah,
Okay.
should be, yeah.
Yeah. Just a long-time, lifetime resident of Whitley County. And always, probably in the last 20 years, maybe not 20, I'd say 16 years, I've thought about running for magistrate. And, I just decided I wanted to, and I thought it was a great opportunity. And just, I'm looking forward to the opportunity and going from there.
Right. So now this is your second time, like you said, running for magistrate.
Yes, my second time. Yes.
So I mean, this is something that you'd really like to do.
Yes. The first time was a very good learning curve. It was a good schooling. Let's put it that in perspective. I told folks from the get-go, and I actually told you, if I wished to lose, I was going to give it another shot and try to get the opportunity to try to help and not just our district but our county move forward in the right direction. And I mean it. I really want to do this. I'm excited about it. I've got a lot of energy I think I bring to the table, a lot of good ideas. And when you got a passion for something, it seems like you do a little extra.
Right.
With anything you do. And I feel that, right now is my time, and I feel really confident with it, and hopefully it works out this time for me.
Well, you said something about good ideas. Can you share some of your ideas? Or
Well, yeah, I mean, it's no secret. We've only got realistically so much money to operate with in the fiscal court year. Some of the ideas that I feel that could really help is, a maintenance program. People don't really realize how much fuel you use per month. What the cost of it is, I don't know, but I'm looking forward to seeing that, of coming up a way of saving money on fuel. When you buy stuff in bulk, you save in bulk. I know it's cost a little bit up front, but if you're saving thousands of dollars each fiscal court year, you can use that money in other areas that you're saving, because you've only got so much money to work with. I think that's a big, and there's other areas.
so you're talking about the like county workers and stuff?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. But
So
Starting to buy at Sam's Club, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's not put the cart before the horse.
Okay.
What exactly does a magistrate do? Before we start talking about what all, because I know a lot of people, I know I didn't know the extent of it.
Yeah.
Even as I was running for it, people were telling me more about the job that I was running for, because I just thought it was like everybody else. I could fix a road. There's all kinds of stuff. So what exactly is the magistrate?
And there's a lot of stuff I may not really know myself, but I know that you're the over the maintenance of, you're over the road. You're constantly checking the road department and looking for, the road updates, tile. You are a vote on how the fiscal court money is spent. You when they bring new business in, how you want to spend money, what's coming in. Let's say if they've got a project in, don't even have to be in your district, they have a project that they're wanting to do. Let's say build a building that's $2 or $3 million with taxpayers' money. You're a vote on how, where that money's spent, if you're going to spend it, and kind of go from that perspective of it. And it ain't just about going and fixing roads. You constantly need to come up with better ideas. But the biggest thing that people, I think, forget is, you are a vote of how the money's spent for the fiscal court year. It ain't just about fixing the roads. It is about fixing the roads. I'm not saying it's not, but there's more to it than what we know. And there's a lot of things you probably won't know until you're actually sitting in the fiscal court and listening and in the driver's seat for sure.
Right. See, I told everybody, I try to break it down where it's like, listen, magistrate is kind of like the mayor of that district.
Right.
You are the representation of everybody in that district and their vote on the fiscal court.
Right. Yep.
You're kind of like the mayor. If something happens in that district, they talk to you, and then you talk to Pat, or you talk to the other folks on there.
Yeah.
And your representation. Because a lot of people didn't know. They're like, you just fix roads, right? And I was like, yeah. And then somebody's like, no, Paul, that's not all you do.
Yeah, right.
And I was like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? There's more?
Yeah.
And how much are they paying me to do this?
And when people when they vote for you and they put their trust in you, you are their voice.
Right.
A lot of people, when again, you are their voice to go back to the judge executive, which is Pat White, and express their concerns or their ideas or whatever they need to be fixed or whatever they're doing. And try to, in the best way you can, to come up with a solution and most definitely an answer, because you are the voice. If you get voted in, whether they voted for you or not, you're still going to work for them folks just like you would the people that voted for you, and because that's what you're supposed to do. They're taxpayers,
right?
And long story short, you want to make sure that when and I hope I do, I'm working really hard. You don't realize I'm
people don't realize.
They don't. They really
the work that's involved.
Yeah, and I just you're a voice, and when people vote you in, you're their voice for their district, and and they come to you with their concerns.
So I mean, I know that we ran against one another.
Absolutely.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I got to know him, and I mean, at first he was an adversary. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
because that's how I'm wired. And then I get to know people. I get to listen. Because I mean, I don't know how many thousands of dollars you spend on crummy pies around the area. You probably didn't buy the crummy ones. I probably bought the crummy ones.
No.
But I mean, they invite you to every church, every function.
Absolutely.
So, and you don't want to miss an opportunity to speak to anybody.
Right.
So you go. So I went to everyone. I went to ones that I didn't even have no business going to, just because I was invited to go. But I say that by saying, and I mean that, I got to hear a lot of your ideas last time.
Right.
I mean, I got to hear. I'm like, okay. Me and Eugene are pretty similar on our thoughts and beliefs and stuff on how things can go. However, it wasn't just me and you running. There was a guy that was running that had already won the year prior. He's running for re-election.
Right.
And there was another guy running. So there were four of us running for one job.
Right. Yeah. It's, again, you can only do the best that you can do, and you can't promise people stuff that you just can't physically or financially do. The only thing you can do is just let them know what your ideas are, and try your best to, if you're selling your product, your word,
Right.
And, you just want people to realize that you're doing it because you want to do it.
Right.
I'm doing this because I've got a passion for it. I tell if you've never been around me, whatever I do 110%. Anything that I do, I feel if you're going to put your time to it, you better do it all, or don't do it at all. But I try my best to do everything I can 110%. And I'm human. I'm going to fail. I mean, we're all human. We're all human. But the biggest thing is when people come to you with concerns, you want to make sure that you get them an answer, whether that's the answer they want to hear, but they still need an answer, and I think that they deserve an answer.
Sylvia, he is running against Riley Cox. I'm sorry, Riley Metters.
Yeah.
Sylvia, he is running against
Yes.
Riley
Yeah.
Metters.
You know what'd be funny though? She has a sign out there on B Creek, right at the Grove. Where B Creek and the Grove is. She's got a sign right there.
Who does?
Riley, however you say her name.
It's a he.
Her name. His name. I mean, so
It's a he. Riley is a he, Jericho.
okay, it's a her in my eyes, because
He's actually in your district.
yeah. Well, no, not no more. This guy's. But what I was saying, you got a big like 4x8 banner.
Oh yeah, I've got banners. Yes.
You need to come put one in my yard.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah, it's just right past his son, and my house is right on that straightaway.
Okay.
And I'm telling you what, that's like I-75, man. It is I-75, and if you had a big 4x8 banner, we can put it right there at the road.
Okay.
People drive by every single day, and with the daylight savings time about to hit, I know it's going to get a lot more busy.
All right.
So,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
but back to the election stuff, because I mean, this is the way that fiscal court runs, and the different magistrates. You've got to have a good working relationship with the rest of those guys.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, and because with the equipment that the county has, there's a limited amount. So I mean, if
Right.
they're doing this in District 1, then District 4 can't get the help because this is being done over here.
Right.
And do you have a pretty good relationship with the other guys that are currently on the panel in the fiscal court?
Absolutely, and you got to have a good relationship with everybody, even the workers. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a good relationship with everybody to make a good flow. Again, it's people don't realize when it's, again, I'm just going to say let's say District 3. That's the southern part of Whitley County. It's District 3, they're mowing, doing stuff in that area. I think they've got 2 mowers now. I may be wrong, but I think there's two actually road mowers, and maybe 3, but I'm pretty sure there's 2 for sure. And you got them mowers, they're mowing in the ditch lines back and stuff. And if you've got one in District 3 and one in District 4, well, one in District 3 and one in District 4. Well, 1 and 2 is not getting that. You know what I'm saying? So they got, the way that I take it, they rotate that stuff, and let's say they've got it scheduled down here for 2 weeks, and then they got it scheduled in this area for 2 weeks. So you may not see it every day, is what I'm getting at. So, but yeah, that's true. That's the scheduling. It's a big thing. I'm pretty sure of.
Now, I also know during our election, there was I think it was maybe tornadoes or something. There was a horrible windstorm, and I remember you were out there sawing trees down, helping people, doing everything you could. Because I mean, there was trees all over the road.
Yeah,
all over the road, and the county couldn't get to everything as quick as they needed to.
We had a pretty good it was a snowstorm, and I think we had a lot of wind with that snowstorm that year. Yeah. That time of year. When you think of somebody that you want, you don't get paid any extra for that. It's just you knew the people in your area needed the help, right? And
they couldn't get it at that time because it was sent elsewhere.
Absolutely.
And you were out there sawing trees down for no pay, just to help.
Right.
I mean, when I think of somebody that I want running the show, I want somebody that to take care of me. You know what I mean? That I'm important to.
Yeah.
Or at least my road's important enough to somebody would help me out.
Everybody's important. Everybody's somebody. And everybody's got concerns. you know, you want to try to do your best in every way you possible, and you know, and let the cards lay where they lay. But you know, you can only be in so many places at one time. You know.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think people forget that. But the biggest thing is you want to be seen, not just during election time. You want to be seen all the time. You want people to know that, you know, when you're in that area, you know, that you're there consistently.
Well, Jericho don't even know who Riley Metters is. Don't know him or her.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, that's out of my league, you know.
Well, I mean, that just says that she has a sign probably 500 foot, maybe 1,000 foot from my house. Yeah. I ain't never seen the dude.
Well, I mean, and I don't mean to add on that. That's one of the reasons I ran, because I couldn't point him out. I didn't.
Yeah.
I had never voted for Riley, but he. It wasn't until I signed up to run for the election,
right,
that I met him.
Right.
And he was a nice guy. He come to my house.
Yeah.
He goes, my name's Riley Metters. I'm running for re-election. And he goes, your name? I said, Paul Buchanan. I'm the guy, one of the guys running against you.
Yeah.
And he was still nice to me, still worked on my road, did what they were doing. But I mean, I didn't know who he was. I couldn't tell. And that's what I wanted different. I wanted,
because he's a magistrate agent.
I wanted a magistrate that I knew, that I could point at, where I could say, hey, Eugene can handle this, or Riley can, whoever, they can handle this.
Yeah.
You got this problem, call this guy. Super great guy.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know who to talk to. I didn't even know how to. I was calling Pat White.
Yeah.
When I needed something done, I would call or message Pat and be like, Pat, could you give me a hand? He's like, yeah, I got you. And he always did. I'm not on here to talk bad about Pat.
Oh, no, absolutely. Like, we're not talking bad about no one. No.
Right.
News and Drama is just now tuning in. He wanted to know if you'd reintroduce yourself. He's kind of late to the show here.
Yeah, my name's Eugene Smith. I'm running for magistrate in the 4th District of Whitley County.
There you go.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I wasn't looking at the screen. My bad.
Well, see, now, just kind of pedal back a little bit. How long have you lived in Whitley County?
All my life. Well, I was born and raised in Whitley County. Then for about 10 years, with my first marriage, I lived in Laurel County for about 10 years, 9 years. Then I moved back into Whitley County. I lived on American Greeting Road. But
which, I mean, isn't but a hop skip to back.
Right, absolutely, yeah. But I've always my heart's in Whitley County is when I'm
right.
Yeah, but it's when I was a kid, I grew up in Williamsburg, and I was Williamsburg at that time.
This is what I'm trying to get out of you, Eugene. You tell me about the behind the KFC story.
In Williamsburg.
Yeah.
I grew up in the trailer park behind Kentucky Fried Chicken in Williamsburg. I lived in Brush Harbor Apartments in Williamsburg. My mom was a single mother till I was about 12, and then she met my stepdad. And that's my story. I'm no silver spoon kid by all means.
That's what makes you super relatable. I was kind of
up in the ghetto part of Williamsburg.
Well, I mean,
without
saying,
that was a great place.
Oh yeah,
it is when you're in the middle of it.
I ain't saying you can have some fun, definitely.
I mean, it's not until you get older that you realize, hey, maybe we should have been out riding bikes that late.
Yeah.
But that's I think sometimes, and I know we're getting off the camera.
No, we're not. This is exactly.
It makes you. That's where my work ethic comes from. My mom, my mom worked in the deep mines. She was a pick slate off the belt. She worked for she flagged for, I think it was, maybe it was Kentucky Stone. I think it's who it was, or something like that. Elmo Greer, somebody up in London, flagged for years out of town, and I was very grateful, or very thankful that we grew up in Williamsburg. That were at that time, there was a lot of people that looked over us when my mom was gone, working and stuff, and you could just get on your bicycle and ride across the road and use it at Briar Creek Park, and what I mean, or you go to the swimming pool down there in Williamsburg. But I get my work ethic from my mom, and I tell my kids all the time, they don't know how lucky they've got it.
Yeah, we talk about that on the show a lot.
Yeah, your kids don't, and I don't want to spoil my kids, but they don't know how lucky they have it. They really do.
See, that's you told this once before, and it stuck on me because it made you relatable to me. Like we lived in Section 8 housing.
Yeah,
It was I didn't realize the area I lived in until when I was an adult. You know what I mean?
Right,
You look back on it, you're like, oh wow.
yeah.
But then you even though it's wild, you look at those kids with envy because you know that they don't know either.
Right.
Like they're having some of the best times of their lives, and they don't have two nickels to rub together.
Best times of your life.
But it's the best time of their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting glitchy again, Ronnie. Do you see
That's
that?
what it says. I'm not seeing it on my phone either.
But I certainly want you to talk about that and
Yeah, and
how you came up and stuff.
yeah, and when I was a kid, I remember the late Bill Nybert. He was the mayor down there when
Yeah.
I was a kid. I grew up in Winsburg, and he used to pack me around playing on the football team and baseball team, and my mom used to watch Gary Barton's Kids for extra money on the weekends, and you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
just I've been around folks that's been the political side of it for many years, but I never, when I was younger, I was just trying to survive like anyone else, but. And when I got older and started paying taxes and started working and like we all do as adults and start raising your kids, you kind of start paying attention to how your tax money's spent. And because, at the end of the year, you're like, I've paid this amount of money taxes in and I've only got this much back. Whereas,
Right.
I want to know where my tax money's going to. And you start looking into it more and kind of getting, and I want to know an idea how your money's spent. And it just kept working on me. And I'm like, you know what? I think I can help. Matter of fact, I know I can help. And that's when I wanted to get involved. I was going to run. Let's see, my mother-in-law passed away. Avery's 13. It's been almost 10 years ago. And 2 years before she passed away, my mother-in-law was like, I think you do good in politics. She worked for Terry Fork, and she always wrote all of his letters and stuff. Maybe I'm telling that wrong. With something to do with Terry. I know she worked for Terry Fork. But I can't remember what position she was at Terry Fork. But long story short, she's like, I think you'd be good at this. And when she ended up getting sick and passing away, and I actually at that time, great friends with Robbie Brown. I'm still friends with him today. I actually called and I said, hey, Robbie, I'm thinking about running. It's nothing against you, but it's nothing against you. And I just feel like I'd like to run. And he was like, hey man, it's your right. He was really nice about it. And we've always been friends for probably 20 plus years now. And he was super cool about it. And, my mother-in-law ended up passing away and I didn't run. And then it went by for another term or two there. Well, actually one more term. And I was like, my wife, Heather, she was my wife. She was like, are you really wanting to do this? I was like, yeah, my heart's there. I really want to try to run. And of course, your first time running, there's a lot more than what I expected on going door to door and getting, your registered, voter papers and getting, just, there was a lot of roads that you
Nobody tells you.
No.
Nobody tells you. Nobody told me nothing.
Yeah,
This is just something that you've got to learn, figure out on your own.
right, absolutely, and it's good, and again, it's prepared me more for this running, and and I've been more knowledgeable, and don't get me wrong, there's going to be things that I'm not for sure, but listen, and I hope I get the position. I hope they'll win the election, and if you're not for sure, that's what your judge executive. You can question him or ask other magistrates that may not have had that question or have had the question a million times, that you build a good relationship with. That way you get the proper answer. There's when you first start a job, you ain't going to be the best at it, but as you get going, you get better and better, and it's no different than anything.
I got an ignorant question.
No questions ignorant.
It is for me. What level of an elected official is a magistrate?
He would probably be a bottom tier.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, bottom tier, yeah.
Well, but like I'm talking about across the board. Like, is there anything elected official wise? Is there anything below a magistrate?
I can't answer
know.
that.
I don't know.
I don't think so. And I don't.
So it is an
Whitney
ignorant
County-
question because none of us know.
Like I said,
I think I'm going to assume it would be the bottom because you've got you're not going to be a judge, you're not going to be a clerk, you know what I'm saying. It would be you're the voting panel, so you're going to be you're the board is what you are.
Yeah.
You're the board. Yeah.
yeah, try to think of like the city council.
Right.
Okay.
A board.
Magistrate is a council of the county.
Right.
Okay. Well, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
So if you get it, is there plans on working up that tier or?
Well, that's a good question.
No.
No?
No. And I've had other people ask me that question. No. I think I would be good where I would be at. I think if you want to, go on up the ladder, I think you need to be more prepared. I can't answer that question because realistically, I don't know what on the big end what it all as a judge executive would have to do. You know what I'm saying? Because that would be that would be something.
Well, see, it was going to be my first step.
Yeah.
When I thought about it, I was like, I want to move forward,
Yeah.
but I want to learn. I want to start here at the bottom because I felt like it was bottom tier. I'm not nobody other than somebody that can. At the time, I thought just fix your roads. Again, I don't.
Yeah.
It's really funny if you know, because everybody's like, I need my road fixed. I need my road fixed. That's what
Right.
everybody says.
Well, yeah, with magistrate, that's all I ever hear is roads.
Absolutely. I'm sorry. Absolutely. And if you if you don't put some research in it, you may not never know, until I wanted to run and no different than Paul there, you open the door to questions that you're like, I don't really know, so it's different. You've got to kindly pay attention what you say because they may be things you say that you really have no control over.
Right.
So you kindly, it's a fine line, but it ain't like you've got a bunch of authority by all means.
Yeah.
You've when somebody comes to you and they've got a concern, you've got to go to the judge executive and say, hey, listen, they've got a concern. Can, however you work it out or try to fix this problem, the best way you can is the next step up to where you fixing problems and coming up with a solution to how to make things work. But overall, Pat White is says, hey, we can fix it. Or
Well, see, they should have like a book, the Holy Grail. Every time somebody gets elected as a
Problem is,
magistrate,
it's different everywhere.
yeah.
Right, that's
Magistrates
true.
are different everywhere.
Yeah.
well,
Like in North Carolina, you can get arrested by a magistrate. Did you know that?
no.
Yeah, but see, magistrates in Kentucky, that's a no-go. Like magistrate in Kentucky, you can marry somebody, you can fix roads, and you're on a fiscal court. That's really about the gist of a magistrate.
Yeah.
I didn't know magistrates could marry people.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can. So if I can marry people, anybody can do it.
Yeah. And again, you just want to do the best you can. No different than anyone in sitting in here or in this area. Your parents has raised you. You get out and get a job, do the best you can. You have kids, and unfortunately, you have grandkids. But I'm still having kids at 48, so
Yeah.
no grandkids
Well,
right now.
We know what will fix it.
But what you're wanting to do is, in my personal opinion, everybody's got their opinion, is you want to find it, you want to leave it better than you found it, in everything you do. If you can help your county or help your job or help your family, you want to leave it better than you found it. And as long as I think you've got that willpower and mentality to try to strive to do that, I think we're working in the right direction as not just a person, but as a community and as a county and as a country. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just local. That goes from local to state to federal, you know, all the way up the chain of command, I guess you could say. But I want my kids to know that their parents is trying their best to do everything they can to make sure that they can afford to live here, that they can have an opportunity to raise their families here, to make a good living here, and knowing that every time that their tax dollars is getting spent, that it's getting spent in the right direction. I'm not saying it's not getting spent in the right direction, so don't spin that I'm saying that out there on the YouTube world. But
in my opinion, it is getting spent in the wrong direction.
Well, everybody's allowed their opinion.
What about their buttholes, right, Jericho?
That's right.
But you know, as long as everybody's trying to do the right thing, I think it's in a good direction. I think that sometimes that people may veer off the road of that some, but the biggest thing that I'm trying to do for not just me, but the younger generation, it ain't about what we do today. It's about, is what we do for today that's for tomorrow when we're not here. Our grandparents, they, no different than yours or mine, they set this up to where they're 2 generations back, the way that I see it. When they're dead and gone, they want to see the papaw, the dad, or the mamaw, or the daughter, or the granddaughter, either way it goes, have an opportunity of working in the same place or the same area to have a family to keep it all local. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
And I think that's the same way you should do in the tax part of it in your community with the taxes. We want to set this up to where we are all going to, when we're because we're all got a shelf life. It's just about, I hate to say it, but we've all got a shelf life at everything we do. If we sit down and put the pencil to the paper and say, okay, we're not going to think about just today. We're going to think about my kids and my grandkids when we're dead and gone. What are we leaving it for them? If we do that and do it in the right direction, we're going to do good things. If we're not got that mentality, I don't think that we're leaving our kids and our grandkids a good opportunity to live in this area at all. That's my personal opinion. I think if you structure yourself that way, then I think we're heading in the right direction.
Oh man, that's so true when you said that. Like, because that's how I try to base my life. Everything I do, I would like to see it make it at least 2 generations.
Absolutely. And
now, granted, my kids may ruin that, but
and like you say, it's always that 3rd generation. That's like the curse, the 3rd generation curse. Yeah. But let's work through that. You know what I'm saying? Let's leave a good legacy for everyone to hope that doesn't happen. And I think that's what drove me, because I was raised with nothing. I work hard for what I got. Yeah, I may have some nice things, but people don't see what I do to get them nice things. I work countless hours. I do a lot of extra stuff people don't see, and so does my wife. My wife works tremendously hours. She teaches, she coaches, she does a lot of stuff behind the closed doors that people don't realize too. I mean, we work good together. We really do. We work really good, well together. Me and Heather do.
See, I ran for much more selfish reasons. It was about proving to myself that I was more than that kid that didn't have a lot. I wanted my parents proud. I wanted my wife proud. I wanted my kids proud. I wanted, hey, look what Dad's doing. This is what Dad is. My dad's this. My dad's that. And I wanted to honor the position, obviously.
Yes.
But for me, it was more. It would have helped define my character.
Okay.
And I know that sounds a little weird.
Yes.
But no, I wanted somebody to be like, that Paul Buchanan, look at him. Look what he came from. He's magistrate now. I wanted my mother to be able to say, hey, my son, he's a magistrate. I wanted my wife to say that because I knew that it wasn't a huge title. I knew that it was kind of, like we said, kind of bottom tier, but I wanted it to be my first step into something. Like I said, I wanted to learn it. Like when I was running, I said, I only want to do this for two terms. I just want to learn it and move on. If I can't do any more in the two, then I'm out completely. Because, we firmly, I think all of us agree with term limits, and on the podcast, we talk about it all the time that, hey, listen, you get the same old. You get the same old.
Yes.
You're not going to elect the same guy 3 or 4 times and get something new. That's not going to happen. And it shouldn't take somebody 12 years to finish a project that they said they would do their first time.
A lot of people too, though, they get elected. They strive to get elected.
Sure.
They make a lot of false promises, I'll say, and stuff like that, because they just want to hold that position. And then once they get it, they stagnate.
Let me just say real quick. I know you had something on your mind, but the moment that I lost, I'll never do this again. The very next day, I got a call from Eugene that says, I'm doing it again next year, Paul. I'd really appreciate your support if you're not going to run. I mean, the very next day, I said, I'm not doing this again. Never. Next day, Eugene, Paul, I'm going to do this again next year. And I said, man, if you do it again next year, you got my full support, man. Because I'm telling you, like we were talking a little bit before the show, I was like, man, it messed me up. Like I couldn't tell who my friends was. I felt like everybody's out to get me by the time, because it's a lot. And you got to know to know.
Yeah.
But it's a lot. And I said, I'm never doing this again, period. Very next day, Eugene calls, I'm doing this again next year. And I was like, man, this guy's got a 4-year plan for 4 more years.
And it sounds crazy. I lost. I went to work the next day like I go to work every day. And them guys was like, I figured you'd take off today. I was like, no way, man. I got a family to feed. I got a career I got to keep going. I've got things I want to do. And the very next day, like Paul said, I said, are you running again? He said, no. I said, can I get your full support? He's like, absolutely. He said, are you sure? I said, I'm in. And I started working day one after I lost.
Yeah.
And everybody that's asked me, I've said, I've got a plan. I'm trying to stick to my plan. I'm staying in my lane. I'm not veering off. I know what I'm wanting to try to do.
I've not heard you say one bad word about anybody.
Yeah. And, I'm excited, man. I'm so excited. And I'm just so interested in it.
So did you say there's only 2 of you running this time?
Yeah, there's just 2 this time. The first time there was 4, and it was tough because you go to doors, and it's my first time. Of course, it was Paul's first time, and I don't remember the other man's name. It may have been his first time too.
It was what is his name? He was a teacher at Lynn Camp. I know that.
I can't remember.
Arthur Canada.
Arthur Canada. Yeah,
that's who it was.
And we, there was 4, and it seemed like every other door you went knocked on, they was, we appreciate you knocking on the door and your support, but we're going with somebody else. And, and it was a roller coaster, and you're going to have good days and bad days still today. Mm-hmm. But I had it in my heart that, I'm going to run again. I'm doing the right thing. I feel that I'm doing the right thing. So the very next day I called Paul and I said, hey, are you running? Because he got quite a few votes. And I said, I need your support if I'm going to be able to win this and have an opportunity to show what I want to showcase and have a say, and have a say. I've got to get all the support I can,
right,
and to be able to win, and no different than anyone else. So I just stuck to my plan, and I'm staying in my lane.
Well, how much social media have you done?
I'm not a big
He's not a social media
guy.
I mean, that could be a falling point for you, though.
It has helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
Like, I don't think you realize what kind of influence social media has on political figures now.
Absolutely. And listen, my hat's off to anyone that wants to run for elected office. Until you run for an elected office, you don't realize the criticism that's out there, the way people think, you may think that you've got somebody's vote and you don't. It's a really good schooling. It's if I can just put it in words, it's a really good schooling all day long.
But you have to take the good with the bad. That's with anything.
Absolutely. But you just got to keep on going out, knocking on doors, and grind it out, and hopefully it works out at the end for you. And if it doesn't, I can go to bed at night saying, hey, I gave it all I had. It just wasn't meant to be.
Well, knowing you have a 50-50 chance this time.
And that's true. I'm sorry for coughing.
Where do you think you stand? Like what? Like
I'm the 51%.
Well, he's number one on the ballot.
Yeah, that helps. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm number one on the ballot.
that does help a lot because there's a lot of people they'll just mark the first one.
That's true.
That's
That's
a
true.
fact.
That's a fact. That's a truth.
That's a fact.
And
Because a lot of people don't know what magistrates do. They're like, magistrate, we'll just get the first one.
yeah.
So Rayla ain't gonna have a chance.
Riley.
Riley.
Well,
So it's, for magistrate, it's a lot of popularity contests too.
and a lot of it is. That's true. It is. But hopefully that everybody sees that I'm wanting to do it for the right reasons and understand that getting out and working hard. Hopefully it pays off, and we'll see May 19th. But until May 19th, I'm staying in my lane. I'm doing what I think's best for.
Well, just-
I can,
have the
I can
options.
tell it's getting election time for it because I got brand new signs all down my road.
Yeah.
New
New election signs or stuff like that.
No. New
Road signs?
children play at
Oh,
play,
yeah.
stop signs, all brand new.
That's the only sign I've seen on Bee Creek. I'm gonna have to pay attention on the way home tonight. But just that one right at the Grove entrance there. That's the only sign I've seen so far. Well, that I've noticed.
Well, let me tell you another quick story on Eugene. So during our election, there was a lady's house that caught on fire.
Yes. Yes.
Family got burned up. I don't think there was any casualties, but they were burnt pretty bad and lost everything they had. So I jumped into action. I said, you know what? We're going to do this big thing. We're going to raise a ton of money for these families. It wasn't just politics because that's what I always kind of have done. But I invited, because at the time everybody was going to these dinners or these pie auctions. And I invited Eugene. And again, adversaries. This guy shows up. To an event that I'm putting on.
Yeah.
I'm the guy running against him, but he comes anyways to help the family that we were raising money for. I think that he was the only one that
I may have been. I don't remember.
I don't
Yeah,
recall
don't remember.
completely, but it wasn't. That's where I could tell that it wasn't. It was more about the people than just the election.
Right.
Okay, my wife just commented. She said that she's seen a few signs because she just went home. I don't. Elliot.
For sheriff.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think, I'm sorry for talking so loud. I think if, when I was a kid, I went to Winsburg High School or Winsburg Independent School. And if I'm pretty sure Tom Raines was the county clerk. And they used to bring these old machines in. It was actually voting machines. And they'd bring them through and they'd say, all right, we're going to run. I'm just saying, who in your class wants to be the president and the vice president? And they'd put a few names in there and they'd take us in there. And they was, at that time it was older machines and they'd open them up and you go in and you put, vote for whoever you wanted to. And then at the end of the day, they'd show, how many people voted for this person for president and this person for vice president, or, 2 or 3 deals there. And it got young kids interested in political parties. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if we do that today to where that kids understand exactly what goes on in the fiscal court. You know what I'm saying? Who does what, how it works, how it operates. You know, there's a lot of things I don't know, a lot of things you don't know. If you don't deal with it daily, a lot of folks don't know. But I do know that if we would show our kids at a young age how to go to the voting poll, how to vote, you know, pay attention who you're voting for. You know what I'm saying? I think that you would get more people into politics for the right reasons, and people, I think things all over the country would be better too, because you're showing them directions that, hey, listen, this can make or break you, your country or your town or your jobs. Mm-hmm. You know, they're you know, you take the presidential election. If the president don't like jobs in our area, like happened in, what was it, when Obama got voted in, how many hundreds of thousands of people lost their jobs in Eastern Kentucky, in Virginia? Coal industry just crashed.
Yeah.
Okay. That was devastating. I think if people would pay more attention and show their kids at a young age how to vote, what you want to do, what's, you know, good for your community, good for your state, good for your country, and actually be more I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Proactive. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Proactive, that things, you would have better opportunities is what I'm getting at. I think if we would show our kids that and teach them more of that I think, you know, I really think that, you know, things would be better, because it only takes one bad vote, you know, one person getting in a certain area, and it can cripple a lot of things up.
So do you remember in school when they used to bring in politicians?
It's been, you know,
like they would bring in like this is our mayor. The mayor would come to the gym and talk about something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or they would bring in like the sheriff, and the sheriff would come in and talk about something.
Yeah.
But I don't know that they do that anymore. I wish that was something that they would do, because, I mean, if you were when you win, because I'm all about speaking things into existence.
We're going to try our best.
When you win, you know, would that be something that you would be interested in doing, maybe just talking to the kids about
Absolutely.
what it is that a magistrate does?
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, I think that would be important if they knew.
Absolutely.
I agree exactly with everything you're saying.
Couldn't you even try to do that before the election?
I don't know how that I don't know how that works with a school system. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that works outside the system.
Something looking into, because
Sure.
Because think of the attention it would get you if you done it before the election.
Yeah.
Jericho's watching them votes.
Yeah. Hey, listen, and I'm doing everything I can, but we most definitely, our future of our community is in our youth. Our future of our country is in our youth. Our future of our workforce is in our youth. And we've got to most definitely take care of our youth and set them up to make sure they're in the right direction to have good lives. And listen, we would not be sitting here today if we didn't have the military fighting for our freedom, fighting for our rights, because for the folks that have fought in the military and died in the military, the folks that are the men and women, I shouldn't say folks, I'm sorry, the men and women that have passed have died for our country. The future, I mean, the present, the men and women that are fighting and could die for our country, and the future gives us the opportunity to do what we're doing, the freedom of speech, the freedom of sitting here in this room without having to worry about something bad happened because we're sitting here talking. We can't forget that. You know what I mean? That's just basics, common sense. You got to have common sense and basics on a lot of stuff we do. And if it wasn't for them folks, I'm say folks, I'm sorry, I'm downgrading them, the military, if it wasn't for them, we got to remember we couldn't be doing what we're doing today. And I think that they don't get enough credit. So I'm going to give them some love and some credit, because my dad fought in my stepdad, which is my dad, he fought in the Vietnam War. My father-in-law fought in the Vietnam War. And I'm blessed. I'm very blessed because
we got
of
a couple veterans here tonight.
Oh, hey, you guys? Okay. Thank you very much. That means a lot. It's people don't realize what the families that them men and women go through, they sacrifice, what they have to see. And I think it's a great thing for our country and our life in general. But hey, we got
a veteran and a half. I'm just going to say.
Okay.
Yeah, he's reserved.
Okay. Hey, it don't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
They gosh him all the time about being
I'm
National Guard.
very thankful. Thank you for your service. Absolutely. Thank you for your service. I didn't know that. That's awesome. You just don't know. And, I'm very grateful for, very thankful for the folks that want to join the Army and do good for our country. Thank you very much.
I tell you, you need to get down and speak to Sylvia Cox. So she lived in Canada Town, friends with the members her entire life. And then she asked me about when I was running. She goes, "Paul, would you come down here and look at this?" So I drove down to her or her sister's house or whatever, and it was deep down in Canada Town. Like, it was a gravel road that connected to another gravel road that went through a dirt road back to a gravel road. I'm exaggerating a little bit. However, she went on Facebook and talked about, me going to her house because I visited her and talked to her and told her what we would try to do. And she said that she got so many hate messages because she was supporting me, and from being from Canada Town, that was a no-go. But she got ate up. She says that and this means a lot coming from her, that she hopes you win the district. She's rooting for you. And
well, I appreciate that. I need all the support I can get.
You are what the first district needs.
Yeah. This is, you say Canada Town. My mom was raised on River Road in Canada Town. She's the oldest of 10 kids. And she lived when she was a kid in a 2-room log house on the riverbank. And as she got older, they moved off the river and moved up. But she lived on River Road, raised up on River. So I got a lot of family down there too, man. I do. And as you get older and you look at this. There was 10 in my mom's family. She's the oldest out of 10. And, back then, they was big families. Now, if you go to 5, that's a big family. Now, most people have 2 or 3 kids, or 1 kid. And, that's changed, yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break and come back, get to the funny part of the show, the good part of the show where we kind of laugh and cut up. And I think Jericho won the wheel tonight, so he'll be spinning when we get back.
Are you a jerky jerk?
Oh, yeah. Dang it. Hey, let me get a piece.
No can do. This is my last piece of RJ's beef jerky.
RJ's Beef Jerky. Real jerky for real jerky jerks.
You owe me jerky.
Located at 511 South Main Street, Corbin, Kentucky, Sugar Booger's Custom Cakes has been bringing delicious treats to the Tri-County area for over a decade. Whether it be a cupcake, cookie, cake pop, brownie, or a signature one-of-a-kind custom cake that will be the star of any event, Sugar Boogers has you covered. Easy online ordering with polite, knowledgeable staff guaranteed to make each experience easy and stress-free. Go check them out on Facebook or give them a call for a free estimate. Sugar Boogers Custom Cakes for all occasions, 606-344-6595.
Hungry for flavor that's muy delicioso? Come on down to Two Amigos Mexican Restaurant right in the heart of Barberville, Kentucky. At Two Amigos, you'll always be greeted with fast, friendly service and a smile that feels like family. From sizzling fajitas to cheesy enchiladas and fresh-made guacamole, every bite is packed with authentic Mexican flavor that will keep you coming back for more. So grab your friends, your family, even your co-workers, and visit Two Amigos Mexican Restaurant, where great taste and good times meet in southeastern Kentucky. Step into Harvey's on Main, where your most cherished moments come to life. Located in the heart of downtown Corbin, their stunning ballroom sets the perfect stage for weddings, receptions, and celebrations of every kind. Relax and prepare for your big day, designed with comfort and elegance in mind. From intimate gatherings to grand celebrations, Harvey's on Main offers a rustic, timeless atmosphere that makes every event unforgettable. Your day, your way. Celebrate with Harvey's on Main.
Kick off your boots, come gather round. We're digging up secrets that can't stay down. Bigfoot's out there in the midnight air. Aliens watching from who knows where. No sugarcoating, we're saying it straight. Bigfoot, alien, CIA. No sugarcoating, the truth on display. Jericho and Paul, bring it your way. From small town whispers to city lights, we're hunting the truth in the dead of night. Conspiracies spin and the rumors fly. Country Cupid is gonna tell you why. No sugarcoating, we're saying it straight. Bigfoot, alien, secrets to break. No sugarcoating, the truth on display. Jericho and Paul, bring it your way. Footsteps in the woods, lights in the sky. Some call it crazy, we just ask why. Laugh if you wanna, but you just might see there's more to the world than they want it to be. No sugarcoating, we're saying it straight. Bigfoot, alien, secrets to break. No sugarcoating, the truth on display. Jericho and Paul, bring it your way. Truth or a tale, come and see. We're gonna have some fun, y'all.
All right, well, guys, that wraps up the show tonight. Thank you, Jenny Baker, for coming on tonight. We have Eugene Smith coming on Friday,
Eugene Smith.
and then James Jones Monday, right?
Yes, James Jones Monday.
So, guys,
and hold on, let me tell you something. Breaking news, even to you. We have undisclosed information that no one knows. We, No Sugarcoating Podcast, are going to be the first to get it out to the public.
sounds awesome. So, guys, make sure to tune in on Friday's show. If that's it, we'll just call it a night.
Yeah, calling that.
Have a great night, guys.
See you.
Hey, dude.
And that's real.
Dude, before you get out of here, I got to take the garbage out. You give me a hand, that way we can get out of here real quick?
You dropped your big mic?
All right, my man. Man, that's an awesome show. Listen, I think a lot of people are going to be interested in what Jenny had to say. Dude, she's got pictures of Bigfoot.
I can't wait for that.
Bigfoot.
Yeah, I really cannot wait for the Bigfoot.
Dude, you're the only person that believes in Bigfoot.
And my wife.
Right.
Yeah. I can't wait till she comes back and shows us them videos and stuff.
She said videos, didn't she?
Yeah, she said she had a video.
Dude, ain't nobody going to believe it.
And then that lady commented and said something about a picture or
Her
something.
daughter.
Yeah, her daughter.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Whoa.
Whoa. What's that?
No way. No way.
Jenny ain't gonna believe this.
Shh, let's think about it. Dude, there's no way. We're just talking about this. No way.
Lord mercy. What is that?
I think he's pissing.
He's got a tiny pecker.
Shh, 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 shh. Let's go check it out. Because that's him. He's really pissing. Dude, why do they call him Bigfoot? Why do they call him Bigfoot? I would be embarrassed. I would be so embarrassed. Getting called Bigfoot with such a little pecker. My God, maybe they call him Little Stump. Get out of here. Get out of here. Call him Little Stump. Jeez, oh Pete. No wonder he stays hid. I wouldn't show my face in no damn body if I pack like that. It's supposed to be Bigfoot. Next episode, guys.
Alrighty. So, I guess
Jericho, you won with one vote.
Yeah, I won with one vote.
If your wife would have voted, it would have tied somebody.
Right. And I tell her every episode, and she never votes. I don't know. I don't know what to do to her. I'm just gonna have to whip her. So, without
She was
further,
on the road for most of the episode, though, right?
but she's not on the road every episode, and she never votes. So,
Well, I'm glad she didn't vote.
without further ado, and the wheel has been updated too, guys.
Leanne has snuck in the podcast and changed everything on the wheel.
So,
Leanne.
let's see what I get. That was a sudden stop. Do your best impression of someone in the room.
Ooh, that'd be tough.
All right, guys. All right.
Is that me?
Yeah, you do that. Like, you okay? You always hold that finger up. Okay, guys.
Yeah, but if you're going to do Paul, I mean, you got. Well, as I was saying.
Oh yeah, as I was saying, guys. I don't think you realize you do that a lot. You hold
Did I
that.
throw my finger up?
Yeah, you hold that finger up a lot.
That's that politician in me. I just can't get out of it.
That's
I want to point.
That's like when a light bulb clicks when that finger comes up.
That's exactly what it is.
But there's no definition on how long you got to do that. I mean, that was.
I feel like that kind of robbed everybody.
Yeah, that was not.
That robbed the
good
one
impression.
person that voted.
Yeah.
I feel like.
And that's exactly how you do it. Every time you're like, hey, now, that finger swings up there.
Anyways, I want to give a big shout out to my daughter who turned 2 today.
Oh, wow.
Miss Aubrey, I know you're watching.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Absolutely.
I love you big.
Well, she's, is she still watching my videos?
She is. Like, she dances every time the show starts to the music.
No,
Oh, no, your old.
yeah, my old one.
Your Jerkle videos or whatever it was.
Jerkster.
Jerkster videos. My man was ahead of the time on YouTube. He was putting out cha-cha electric slide videos on YouTube about 15 years ago. And they've resurfaced.
I wish I'd have kept up with it. That I would have been big by now.
Now, Eugene, you got a little guy too, right?
Yeah, I've actually got a 26-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 2.5-year-old.
Woo! Yeah. Man, my daughter just had a baby, so I'm a grandfather now.
Grandfather,
She'll be 23 next month, and then Samson he'll be 10 next month, and Aubrey just turned 2.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I tell everybody that we have kids every decade.
But
That's
my
me.
Lord, like the age gap on yours, it's like you feel like every time you got one raised, you're having another one.
Well, I'm trying to get the smallest one to retirement, and that'll be a good time there.
Right.
But I highly
You might
recommend.
be dead by then.
Hey, listen, I hope not. I'm trying to live. I like living. You know what I mean?
What, you said you're 46 right now?
48.
I'm 48.
48?
Yeah.
Oh,
48.
I got 7 boys, and I'm hoping one of them picks out a good retirement home for me.
There
Yeah.
you go.
One of them's got to do good.
I got a 16-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
So
That's actually pretty good. That's a good.
Yeah, that is a good range because everything that he does is Sean's going to watch the kids.
Yeah.
Now I got that 16-year-old. He's old enough to watch the 2 little ones for a little bit now.
And
So that's very nice.
Yeah.
I'm with a baby, and she's sass. She's nothing but sass.
I love my daughters. My oldest daughter, and she's a blessing. They're all my kids are a blessing, but they have all got their own personalities. But Flynn, he's all boy.
Yeah.
Dude, he is a chunk of lead, and he is he's a boy. Let's put it that way. And I'm thankful, but man, he's a rowdy little outfit.
No, I told Leanne, I said, what were we thinking? What were we thinking? We're too old for this, Leanne. It's like, geez, Pete, Sarah's having babies now, and Samson's 10. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I just don't have the energy to run a 2-year-old all the time.
I don't know, even right now, if Jessica was 100% pregnant, I would flip out. I'd probably have a heart attack, I swear, because I don't want to go through the baby stage again.
Yeah, it's different.
I've seen some pictures, like Heather posts pictures. He's a rancher.
He
Your
is.
little guy's a rancher.
He's going to be my farmer. I honestly believe he's going to be my little farmer buddy. Yeah, he is.
That's awesome. Now you're part of some. Aren't you on the cattlemen?
I am. I'm a member of the Cattlemen's with the County Cattlemen Association. I'm sit on the board, and that's awesome.
I bet that is awesome.
It is. I love it. Again, whatever I do, I put 110%. But I love listening to some of the stories these older folks tell. And I'd say the average age in there's probably 65 to 70-year-old.
Oh, wow.
And you hear some great stories. And listen, you need any advice with cattle? That's the place to go. They've done it. They've seen it. They've lived it. And they've been through everything that you could think of. And they're all a good group of people. And, man, I'm telling you, if you got a problem, them men, and there's a few women in there, them men and women, they really are active to help you.
I've dealt with quite a bit of cattle, too. I used to have to, didn't have to. I helped my buddy.
I've had all kinds of ex-girlfriends.
Oh, well, I used to have to. I keep saying I used to have to. I used to help my buddy.
We call them heifers, is what I call them.
Band all of his bulls and
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, God, I hated that.
I'll tell you a good one. My neighbors.
It's supposed to be Jericho. I'm sorry. He cracked me up because he's over here playing like you, and you're over here being serious.
Well, it was our impressions.
I guess we did.
Oh.
So you was talking about banding. I got into cutting and cutting cattle.
Yeah.
And there where we live on Ward Cemetery Road, there's a subdivision across the road from us, and I think I was working. Heather was helping me. She always helps. We was cutting, I think, 16 or 18 bulls just to make them steers. Long story short, when you cut them, you throw their testicles in a bucket, and some people like that, some people don't. Some people eat them, and but the neighbors was hearing these bulls. They're getting cut. They make pretty good noise there.
I bet.
Well, I've got my cattle dogs, and they come up and say, what's going on here? They're from up north, good people, and they come up and say, what are you guys doing? And of course, there's some blood involved, and we're cutting these bulls here to make them steers. And they're like, you don't give them nothing? You don't give them no medicine? We're like, no, this is how we do it.
Oh,
Snip
wow.
them and toss them in a bucket, and you may look over and your dog may have one in its mouth, and it's
So we never cut them. We always banded them, every one of them, and I'm sure cutting is a heck of a lot quicker. Because if you don't get that band, we had them clampers that would stretch the band out and stuff.
Jericho started this conversation, didn't he?
Yeah,
yeah, it's going south pretty quick, man.
No, so if you didn't get that band on them them clippers real good,
right,
it always bounce off.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there fondling, then you got that old heifer over there trying to attack you.
Yeah.
So you always need someone, trying to keep her away while the other one's trying to do this over here.
Yeah. So
we'd always just take turns.
Yeah.
I hated it. I hated being the one to try to keep that old heifer away.
If you want your kids to get a good life lesson, take them out. Just find somebody that's baling hay, boy or girl. Just teach them how to do a little farmhand. Teach them how to be outside. Teach them, some hard brute labor. I got a good friend of mine, both his daughters, and they're in school. One's a senior, and I think the other one's 8th grade, going to be a freshman. And them girls can get it, and they ain't very big, but they can take care of themselves. And I think it's a good thing to show kids a good work ethic and it's funny, but now it's
My son-
I think it's good. I really do.
Yeah.
I think it builds character. It
Well,
builds character.
I think we've all spoilt our kids. Like my older boy this past summer, I swear he faked a heat stroke just to get out of work.
That's we're our own worst enemy sometimes with our kids. Trust me.
So with the cattlemen, they do like don't they do like cooks like they cook
Absolutely.
every now and then?
Absolutely.
Stuff like I've never got the opportunity, but I've heard it's some of the best steaks you can buy. Like they'll go out and fry, do a big grill or something like that.
Good group, good organization. A lot of great folks that's in it. Everybody's good that's in it.
I think Bobby Joe does a lot with Cattlemen's Association.
Probably does, yeah. And but we cook Nibrock, old fashioned trading days, the River Stomp. It's called the Bluegrass, the festivals down at the fairgrounds. We do, the Willett County Fair. We do we're a nonprofit organization, so that's how we make our money. To operate for the year. We do have some overhead, so that's how we make our money in the cattlemen's is get out and sell sandwiches, and hopefully this year we're going to try to start selling some merchandise like cattleman's hat, shirts, eat beef, license plates, stuff like
Now,
that.
are they
Cattlemen's.
all part of the Kentucky Proud and Appalachian Proud programs?
Some of it is, yes, yeah.
Right.
It's a good organization. I'm telling you, it's a great, and you want to get, and again, it's trying to get young kids involved, trying to do a junior cattlemen's. We're trying to build the future. You know what I mean? It's just everything I know I keep preaching on it, but you constantly trying to better everything you do. Anything you do.
But now I'm going to steal.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ronnie is back with us tonight.
He's woke
so
up.
happy
He woke up.
Ronnie is with us.
Yeah. So with the cattlemen's though, because now we're speaking beef, which is
Right.
my language.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
So
He owns RJ's Beef Jerky.
I own
Oh,
RJ's
okay.
Beef Jerky, a local beef jerky company,
Okay, absolutely.
and part of Kentucky Proud, Appalachian Proud.
Right.
If I were to bring my facilities here, is that something the Cattlemen Association helps me do to get with local farmers? And
This would be my recommendation. We meet the last Thursday of every month at the UK Extension office
right,
in Williamsburg. I would recommend you to come to one of our meetings and ask and see what I'm saying. Like we got a president, a vice president. There's a lot of folks that work at the extension office will come to our meetings and give us updates on what the new what's out there available. And I would ask them to be 100% sure because I can't 100% answer that for you.
Right.
But now that's exactly what I would do, and they will get you in the right direction. I promise you, they will help you in any way possible because they are all about support. And support's where you got to get it at. If you can get
right
support.
now I got to use Oklahoma beef.
Okay.
But I'd like to move the facility here and start using Kentucky beef.
Okay.
And
that would be a great place to start. So where I'd start it, and they can get you in the right direction for sure.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And good for you, man. That's good.
Where's the Cattlemen's cooking next at?
Is that something you just invite them to do?
Yes, but we try, that you can only, it's hard to come for 30 people. We got to haul our trailers, got to unthaw meat and stuff, because we buy, I think the other night at the meeting we was going to do, I think we was getting ready to order 1,500 pounds of ribeyes. You know what I'm saying? We try to find the best price, go through certain people that's been loyal to us for years and do that. But yeah, again, it's, I'm going brain dead here for a second. Lordy mercy.
Again, you want to do more than 30 folks.
Right. I'm sorry, but yeah, you've got to do more than that. Thank you, Paul.
Right. No problem.
But we try to do at least, we've got to make. I can't remember when we come up with the new rules of cooking, but we want to try to make it worth our time, as you say. But this is a big thing with the cattlemen's. We give scholarships to kids that want to go to college. The last couple of years, we've been able to give three $1,000 scholarships, which is awesome.
That is
That is awesome. We try to help in any direction we can. We cook for the FFA for Williamsburg and Whitley County high schools. That's something we are heavily in, getting kids involved. It seems like the culture is kind of going backwards. You're getting less farmers, and I get it. A lot of older farmers that's getting to the older age, their kids have ventured off and moved elsewhere, and they just can't take care of the cattle, 50 and 60 head by themselves, and they're getting out of the cattle business. And most people are selling their farms. Well, when you lose a farm, it's not going back to a farm, as I do. Somebody's buying it to develop it, in which is good on the development side, but it's a double-edged sword. It's all which side you like, But I think that that's a big thing. But yeah, we try to cook as much as we can for as many events as we can, and we've that's how we make our money. But I can't remember if it's like you want to do for 100 or more. Meals is how we go off of it by the meals. Yeah.
Also, we wanted to invite you on here to thank you.
Well, thank you.
Your donation for Operation Save Christmas, we were able to help over how many kids?
Between 400 and 500.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? That is
Eugene
awesome.
donated to our Operation Save Christmas.
Wow. That's great.
We gave out between 400 or 500 Christmas presents.
That's
to kids,
awesome, man.
right here in the Tri-County. And I mean, you were just
good for you guys. Mm-hmm. Great.
Well, thank you, because all it took is me mentioning it to you. And you're like, dude, I'm in.
Yeah.
Where can I send the money?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm so thankful for your donation to help us do what we did.
Well, I'm thankful that I was able to help.
We appreciate it. Big deal.
Thank you guys for recognizing that. That's awesome.
It was a big deal.
But it's I'm just as human as anyone else. I try my best to do the best that I can, because we can all sit there and tell stories all night long. But I was a kid that just didn't. When I was growing, wasn't my mother's fault. She just done the best she could. We just didn't have a whole lot, and we just went from there, man. And a lot of people helped me when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. Very thankful for the folks that used to pack me around Williamsburg, man.
Have stories similar to yours.
Yeah.
Some much worse.
Yeah.
Jericho. But I mean, we all have a very similar story where Christmas is tight in all of our homes.
Yeah.
And it was, and so that's one of the reasons why we did that. And I just wanted to. This is our first official time seeing you since then.
Yeah.
And I hadn't had the opportunity to thank you.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people that watch the show know that we worked really hard to get that. And I wanted them to know also that you were one of the people that helped get us there with our number and stuff. And
thank you. Man, that's an awesome thing you guys are doing.
That's a good time to remind them too that we're going to start our collection for this year, like now.
Soon. Yeah.
Soon, because we want to be able to double that next year or this year for kids, as well as our Thanksgiving families too.
Yeah. We done 25 dinners for Thanksgiving.
Really
you
push
did?
it.
Yeah.
But
that's great.
But no,
Which now the dinners for the Thanksgiving, it wasn't just the Tri-County. Like, we actually went out. Like, we went all the way up into London.
Really?
All over Williamsburg, Barville. Yeah.
Barville, you're speaking their language.
Barville.
Barberville.
Barville. Yeah.
Barville.
Yeah.
Barville.
Listen, I spend a lot of time in Barville. I spend a lot of money in Barville. So they can.
So I can call it what I want.
Yeah. So I can call it what I want.
I'm a temporary resident.
Yeah. I work down there in Barville. Yeah. Right now I'm working everywhere.
But so how long have you been with Boyd? Like, you've been there for a long time, right?
Since 97.
See, that's important for people to know. This guy is consistent. I mean, he's not a guy that jumps from one job to another job. This guy's had the same job for 30 years.
Now, Boyd's Wayne's
Supply. It used to be Wayne Supply with the Wayne family. Then a guy that worked there with named Monty Boyd, him and his family bought it and changed it to Boyd Cat. And both families has been wonderful to me and my everybody that works there. It's It's a great place to work, great opportunity.
And that's one of them places you got to know someone to even get in the door.
No, I'm gonna tell you a story. I hear that a lot.
I've heard that. Well, I've
And-
experienced it.
And,
I
and
know
I'm
somebody there.
and I'm gonna shoot that in the leg right here.
Okay.
When I started there part time. I worked there a year and 3 months part time, and the boss at that time was Dennis Witt, and he said, "You want a job here, don't you?" I said, "Absolutely. I'm doing everything I can get a job here." And when
Now,
the job
if
come
you guys have
open,
not done the math on that, this man said he was 48, been there almost 30 years. So, I mean, this is
I was
19 years old.
19, that's right, 19.
Yeah.
And I said I wasn't taking no for an answer. So I worked everything they wanted me to work, just like I do today. And he said, "Let's get you a job here." And that's how it happened. So I actually started off and worked there a year and 3 months part time. I got hired full time. I think it was June of 98. Yeah. So again, that's how I got on there. Yeah.
When you go
Well-
back to work, you tell Mike Lawson that he doesn't know how to fish.
All right, I
Hold
will.
on, hold
I'll
on.
have to
Yeah,
take him for
and I've known
lessons.
Mike Lawson about all my life.
Hold
too.
on a minute. You said you was going to shoot it in the foot.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You said you had to know somebody to get on there. No, you don't.
That was
You know,
30 years ago.
Well,
you didn't
I-
have to
You didn't shoot nothing in the foot. If anything, you just sealed exactly what we
Just
were saying.
submitted it.
No.
That once those guys get hired, they never leave.
Yeah,
See,
now that's
I've
true.
known- I've known Mike Lawson since we were in high school.
Right.
And he used to play drums in a band for me. In
Well, if
high
you
school.
knew Mike Lawson, you probably knew my brother Roger Smith. Played football.
Probably.
Yeah, him and Mike was big buddies.
But yeah.
Okay.
You know, Mike's older than I am.
yeah,
Is he not?
I'm older than Mike.
yeah.
I knew you were.
Yeah.
I just want to know. I just want to hear you say it.
Well, that's part of it. I can't remember anything. So
But it's a great place to work. Great.
yeah,
place.
those good group of guys.
Yes,
and then all of my Jones family used to work there too. So
Yeah.
So there was a time you did know people that worked
I know a lot of people there. That's been a staple in my family for a long time.
I'm still curious how you
but I
gonna
still-
shoot that in the foot.
Maybe I said that wrong. Sometimes
You 100% said it wrong. You didn't even say how you got the job. Like I thought that's what you was going to start with.
He started working part time.
Time.
You started,
yeah.
yeah, you started your story a year and 3 months in.
Yeah, that's true. See, that's what you get on live stream here. You can't back up. You know what I'm saying? You kind of eat the crow backwards. You know what I'm saying?
So you going to tell us how you get a job there?
That's how I got a job there. That's
30 years ago.
I can't verify how other people get a job there, but no, it's a great opportunity, man.
Those are great folks.
It's-
They
are.
They come and get out. We
Yes,
tell us there all
absolutely.
the time. They're very good to
Absolutely.
us.
Great
Very
company
good.
to work for.
So I mean that's one of the points I wanted to make is this guy's been. You don't give up. You don't give
No.
up on something. I mean, obviously, like you said, the company's changed at least once while you've been there. You know, management changes and the way things changes and policy changes. A lot of people will be like, "Nah, I'm out."
Yeah,
No. And then there's those that buckle down.
yeah.
Be like, "No, I'm in. I'm in," and that's who you are.
Yep. I try my best. I'm not perfect, but as long as you're trying your best, things will work out. And
Heather said, "Was it the job shop? Is that how you got involved?"
absolutely, sure it was.
Oh, there you go.
Was
that
it?
shoots it in the foot,
Absolutely.
Jericho?
Sure was.
That shoots it in the foot. It's a good thing Heather's watching.
30 years ago, though.
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, they would say it sure was.
So you didn't know anybody.
Shop now.
No, no.
You didn't know anybody. You went through the
No,
job shop.
I didn't know.
They offer you a part-time spot. And
That's
you're like,
absolutely.
listen, I'm not quitting.
That's right. That's exactly how it happened.
Oh yeah.
I'm proud of it. I wouldn't have it any other way, man.
I'm
I wouldn't. I wouldn't
Well,
have it any other way. Very
No,
proud of that.
because I mean you're like a top dog there now.
No, I'm not. I'm just a mechanic. No, sir. I'm just a mechanic.
I think Mike's a boss up there.
Mike does very well. He's a great boss. He's a great boss.
Yeah, Mike. I couldn't work for Mike. That's probably why. That's probably why I'm not going to get on.
Yeah. No, he's
Because
a
Mike
good boss.
does know me.
Knows you back in the drummer days.
The difference that I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
Drummer
the,
days.
Not
No,
the preacher.
he's a
You don't know the preacher, Ronnie.
He's a Marine,
And you're an Air Force guy.
and I'm an Air Force guy.
So like
So
a crayon eater.
he eats crayons.
And the guy that gets lap of luxury.
Yeah. So we pick on each other, and he thinks he can fish.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So. No.
He's got a really nice boat not to be able to fish.
Oh, yeah. he's good, and his boys are really.
Oh, they're just a great family. Great family. Great family.
I pick on him, but he's good.
That's okay to pick.
Because he'd pick on you, even though he's a Tennessee fan.
I'm a Tennessee fan.
Tennessee fan.
I'm a Tennessee
You're a
fan.
Tennessee fan.
I wouldn't have said that.
Oh,
man.
my.
I just,
Oh,
why would you say that?
I'm sorry, but I am.
Why would you say that?
right,
Now listen,
we
don't
can't
tar
call
and
the
feather
votes
me now.
right now.
They can't
Can
get feather me now.
Can we back up and bleep that out?
For the votes.
I don't get that, like, because my older boy, he's a Tennessee fan.
I just Philip Former,
when you
Philip
live
Former,
that
man,
close
he
to
was a
Tennessee.
great coach.
This is just me trying to dig him out of a hole.
I
He
lived
lived
that
on-
close to Tennessee, and I still bleed blue.
He
okay.
lived right off exit 11. I mean, the next stop,
Was
75
Jellicoe.
South, is Jellicoe.
Jellicoe, man.
So I'm just trying to kind of dig him out of it. Chris seems to be okay.
Yeah, he's a smart man.
I was thinking about how smart those Tennessee people were, and I was like, man, they'd be really smart if they ever made it to a championship.
Yeah,
In the basketball, I don't even think they've ever played in a game that was called a championship, have they? No, I don't think
I know
so.
the
I'm pretty
girls
sure
have,
back-
not the maybe not the boys.
the
I
girl,
know the
Pat,
girls.
Pat Summit was something.
She was awesome.
I'll
man.
give you that.
She was awesome. Football team too, man.
Football team's good. I mean, I don't know
Baseball
where they've
team,
been
baseball
without
team,
Elway. And
baseball teams won a World Series.
I don't know where they've been without Elway and Morgan Wallen, but whatever. Kenny Chesney, Morgan Wallen, and John Elway. Not John Elway. Who am I? Manning. I'm thinking of Manning.
Peyton
Yeah.
Manning.
That's what I'm thinking of. Anyways, so where was I going with that?
I don't know.
A squirrel.
Yeah, big time.
Squirrel. We were.
Big. You thought I went
What was
backwards.
no, when you said Tennessee, it just shocked
Yeah,
my
they just
mind.
really totally shocked.
It shocked my mind.
Whole
when you
room
said
went into
Tennessee.
panic.
Yeah.
So, with the magistrate race coming up, that's where I was going to go. I'm back on track.
All right.
Where will people expect to see you this week?
I'm tomorrow. I've got areas I'm working each day, and so after work, I get off work. I only got so much time before it gets dark. And I don't like beating on people's door and hit nighttime. The time's changing. That's going to help when you get off work. Give you an extra hour. The Go Bug area, Hemlock area. I'll be in that area tomorrow, beating on doors and asking for votes and trying to do the best that I can. And I've got way more people helping me this time than I did last time.
Right.
That helps. You've got to have a team of folks, and that you can trust, and it's loyal to you, and I do. I've been very blessed with that, and just staying on track, man. I've got a vision. I've got to stay in my lane and just kind of just keep digging. May 19th, it'll be here before you know it. Actually, if you sit down and think about it, 4 years has went by pretty fast, hasn't it?
It has went by
Yeah,
pretty fast.
It goes by pretty fast.
It really has.
It has, and
I mean, the wounds are still there,
I
but it goes by quick.
it goes by quick, and you just hope the results turn out the way you want it, and if they don't, I gave it my honest effort. That's all I can say.
So are you calling me May 20th saying one more time if things don't go that way?
I can't answer that right now. I can't. Right now, I'm focused on winning. I
Yeah,
gotta be honest.
I
with
like
you.
that.
I'm
Yeah,
focused
let's
on
not even entertain
winning.
May 20th, right?
Right. I'm May 19th.
Well, with you number one on the ballot, I think you might have it.
Well, it's a plus. Let's put it that way. It's a plus, but that's not given. I've got to work.
No, you got to
hard.
work.
You got to work hard.
Because I
And
didn't knock
just-
on any doors, and people told me that might have been my problem. Like
You
I would.
relied totally on social media then.
Well, no, I did the social media.
Yeah.
Then I donated. Instead of buying signs, I donated to like the animal shelter, the women's
Right.
shelter.
You did.
Like I would, instead of spending my money on signs that people would see,
Yeah.
I would show where my money went.
Right.
Like, hey, listen, I'm helping right now with my campaign. We're giving back right now. And then I would stand outside of hot spots, like at the high school, with my sign. I'd have it taped on my car.
Yeah.
And I would write something funny on a sign.
Yeah.
It's like, vote for this guy. It had an arrow pointing up, and it's next to my picture on the car. I mean, I did that. And and I did it whether it was raining, whatever the weather. It didn't. And people were like, that guy, he's always at that school every morning.
Absolutely.
He's standing there, whether it's rain, snow, sleet, whatever. He's there every morning. And then the people coming out of work, I'd catch them coming out of Bee Creek, and I'd have a sign there.
Right.
I had people bringing me water that I'd never met because it had got hot.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we're in the...
No wonder you don't want to run again.
Listen, it messed me up psychologically. I am dead serious when I say it hurt me bad. I'm not somebody that takes losing well. Never have.
Yeah.
I'm not somebody that takes criticism well. I'm just not that guy. And when I lost, because I really, up until like the last moment, thought it was anybody's election.
Sure.
Like, I thought that I was in it as good as you were.
Oh, absolutely.
I thought I was in it as good as Riley was. I thought, hey, these numbers, this is anybody's game. I felt that way up until the very last day. So I was completely shocked by it. Now, I know, like, the other gentleman, Mr. Canada, he didn't put a lot of effort in his running. He didn't have any signs, I don't believe.
I don't
recall seeing any.
I don't remember any.
But what I'm saying is, it probably wasn't a shock for him.
Yeah.
But it was for me. And it hurt. It hurt.
Oh, yeah, because you're like me. That's why we all get along. When we do something, we go full force into that.
Yeah, it hurt.
And we put everything we have into it's going to be successful or it's going to kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, so
Let's see. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No,
Sylvia,
go ahead.
I appreciate that. I need all the votes I can get. Thank you very much. I really do. Yeah.
I lost the election on a Tuesday, watched my daughter graduate the next day, Wednesday, and on my way to Florida Thursday.
You better back that up. Wednesday, I called you.
Yeah, no, I would watch my daughter at the graduation was the very next day
Yeah.
after the election, I think, or maybe it was the following Sunday. I know the Tuesday was the election.
Yeah.
And I think her graduation was the next day, and the very next day I was on my way to Florida.
Yeah.
I said, I'm done with it. I'm done with this town. Done with everybody in this county. I'm sick of this. They don't want change. They don't want somebody that's going to do this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm out. And I took off Florida for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then, that sunshine and Leanne's hormones and how my son started to sparkle. We ended up getting pregnant while we were there and then coming back home.
I've played sports all my life, all through high school. And, you got your ups and downs in sports, from football to basketball to baseball. And I think that kind of built my character and then, I raced race cars for many years at Corbin Speedway. And, you can't, you got to, and I don't like losing, trust me. I don't like losing. But I think it built your character. So if it didn't work your way, it helped you move through that. That's exactly right. And, the criticism, you're going to get criticized on anything you do.
Oh, yeah.
You know that. And so, that helped me through that. And I totally understand where you're coming from. It's easy to say negative things. It's easy to get in the gutter. It's anything negative is easy to say. It's hard to compliment. It's hard, what I'm saying, to do. It's easier to do the wrong than it is the right. People thrive.
Hold on.
Thrive
This is where I would
bad
disagree
stuff.
with you. It's harder to tell people the truth
That's what I'm saying.
than avoid the truth.
Absolutely.
Because I did say things, but they were truthful things that I said. And it rubbed people wrong. I mean, I was no sugarcoating at a core, and it hurt me, and I should have probably
Tap the brakes.
been like, hey, you know what? This ain't my race. This ain't my race. Because I was talking about the jailer at the time because we had the inmates that had passed away.
Oh yeah,
Lawson was doing the jailing.
Yeah,
and I was like,
it's a bad deal.
And I was talking about that because there was people that were working at the jail while that happened, running for jailer. I'm like, how does that happen? You know?
Yeah.
That's that same administration with a different face. You don't want that. But I was saying things like that, and I had no business. That wasn't my race.
Right.
How was it truthful? In my opinion, it was. But it wasn't my race. I shouldn't have said anything.
See, but that's what gets me with the truth is why is the truth the one thing that always deters people?
I can't answer that. I can't answer that.
Yeah, a lot of people can't handle the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. It goes right back to that movie line, right? You can't handle the truth because.
Well, you said that, and honest to God, I forgot all about that. But that again, that's corruption at its core.
Disclaimer: Jericho
Boys,
says what
listen to me.
Jericho wants to say.
I'm gonna give you some advice. Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
You gotta stay in your lane, boys. Stay in your lane.
Well,
But that's
and again, again, this is some of that thing you don't see or pay attention to or realize until you get older, and I feel like you get a family and stuff, and you know
Well, the
you
thing
start
is
seeing what's going on around you.
well, it's just like Paul said though. Paul don't take criticism well.
Oh, if you don't take criticism well, you don't need to do this.
Yeah, a lot of people are very extreme on that. To where if you even came in and like said, you know, like just my jerky, for example. Well, you know, it's all right, or
Yeah, it's 6.
I think it's a 6. You know,
That's an inside joke for those who've been watching a long time.
yeah. But it's you know, it's that kind of thing where some people get so offended by that they will turn and try to turn everybody against you, especially if you're running for office.
Sure.
You know, they'll get all their family to vote against you, or just because you said something to them they didn't like.
Well, see, and that just kind of puts it back in your lap. You're doing the right thing. You're not talking about what's not happening. You're running to change what's happening.
Right. Absolutely. And you know, it's easy to be negative, and negative to me don't get you nowheres. I think as long as you're positive and you're trying to do positive things, if it works out, that's awesome. If it doesn't, at least you're trying to do positive things. And I want my kids to understand that. And I want your kids and your kids and your kids and grandkids to understand.
And his great-grandkids.
Your great-grandkids, you know. To understand that, you know, you want to look forward and try to do good things for yourself and,
All right,
and
we're
stay
cutting
out
the
of
show
that.
early. I'm gonna kill Paul.
But I mean that exactly. It's about moving. It's about moving the stake.
Yeah.
You don't have to talk about where the stake's at.
That's right.
You just got to move it.
Right.
Well,
You gotta
there's
move
a
it
lot of people that don't have integrity anymore. And
Yeah.
he's talking about integrity.
Right.
So it's always doing the right thing, no matter who's watching, because you
right.
know the next generation's going to find it regardless.
Yeah.
You mess something up or you're lazy today, my kids or my grandkids are going to see,
Or great-grandkids.
or great grandkids, are going to see exactly the person I was.
Right. Absolutely.
eventually.
Right.
And then they'll either be ashamed or proud. And I want them to be proud of it, because you can't hide your mistakes once you're dead and gone.
No, you can just best thing you can do is work through them the best you can and face them and move on. I mean, tomorrow you can't get back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The only thing you can do is better yourself for tomorrow. When you wake up, the good Lord gives you another day to wake up. Do the best you can that day and thank the Lord that He gave you another day to have an opportunity to make a change and to make a change to the better. And I think as long as you in that mindset, I think you're going to be good. We all have stumbles. There's going to be a rainy day. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. As long as you prepare yourself for that rainy day and how you how you work through it. So everybody's different. Don't get me wrong. Everybody's got their own problems.
Right.
And I think
where you go to church at?
Mountain Ash.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I can tell.
Yeah.
I
Billy
tell
Carpenter.
Baptist Church.
Yeah. Billy
Yeah.
Carpenter. Hey, he'll hurt your feelings, but it's for the right reason. You know what I'm
and
saying?
you got another loss in there too, right, Todd?
Yeah, Todd. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Todd's another one.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? And I think as long as you are putting yourself in that right direction, you know, we're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to stumble, but get up and fight through it.
Well, I mean, our stories are different. And I say that is because, like, I have to explain all the things that I've said.
Yeah.
You don't have to explain anything because you didn't say anything that you didn't. You know what I mean? Does that make? Oh, so I have to explain everything because I caused a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't have to do that because you didn't have to. You didn't do that.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, and where I'm kind of circling back to is I would much rather, looking back now, say I won that without having to do that.
Absolutely.
You know, does that make sense? Now,
Yeah.
now that I've made the circle, does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know, you're listen. And me and my wife talk about it all the time. You're always one decision of doing really good or really bad.
Yeah.
You agree with that? I mean,
I do, 100%.
you make one wrong comment, it can be really good or really bad.
Well, I
And-
went to bed with a Facebook status and woke up and had to delete it because I knew better.
Yeah.
Unless you just don't care.
I care. I care.
Well, I mean, you can make a comment right now. You're gonna wake up and it's gonna be good or bad.
That's right. That's right.
But it boils down to how much you care about what you said.
That's true. I mean, you know, it's
Well, as long as you do it with integrity, though, then you can sleep at night.
That's
And that's
true.
the main thing.
That's why I sleep like a baby.
you
I
know.
don't know if you know what integrity is.
I know what integrity
it's
is.
not just spit.
I might not hold a lot of integrity about myself because I don't care what people think about me.
Yeah, you do. You do. Trust me, we all do. I don't care what you say. We all
best
do.
men I've ever met
Yeah,
in my
he
life.
does.
You ain't asked me many questions. I'm kind of. I don't know. Paul's been.
Well, because when it comes to the magistrate stuff, I'm just so ignorant with it.
No.
So you know, saying listen twice as much as you speak.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do tonight because
To learn.
Because I want to learn. Yeah, I want to learn this magistrate.
Hey,
stuff.
listen,
Not saying I'm ever going to run, but
Don't never
But-
say never.
at least I know what a magistrate does now.
Jericho is
And
one.
I'm pretty sure I've missed some stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Jericho's one that will try everything. He wants to get certified in everything he can. He wants to learn everything he can. He's like a little mini me with my ADHD. I learn everything.
I am.
But we pick on him.
My father-in-law
He got a
used to
big
make
heart.
fun of me. He said, my father-in-law said, "You're the only man I know that has a Rolodex."
So we got 3 questions we ask everybody that because we're getting close to the end of this podcast. It went a lot faster than you thought.
Oh, yeah, man. I ain't going to lie. I was a little sweaty when I walked in here. I thought, oh, no, man. They're going to hang me up here.
So before we do, I just want to give you the opportunity to talk to the folks listening one more time before we ask our final 3 questions.
Okay.
About why they should elect Eugene Smith as magistrate.
Well, you know, I'm dedicated. Once I do something, I'm all in. I'm just looking for an opportunity to make a change. You know, I want everybody to sit down, ask around. I tell everybody I talk to, if you ain't sure, just ask around. Ask around about me. I have nothing to hide. I work every day. I do the best that I can do. Do I fail some? Absolutely. I'm human. But I just want an opportunity to help our county, to help our district, most definitely our district, but, you know, it's our county too, to help it move it in the right in a better direction and be able to leave it better than I found it, or as a whole than we all found it, for our kids and our grandkids to have a better opportunity to live here, to have better opportunity for jobs here, and to move forward as a whole. But the biggest thing is you know, getting involved, get out, pass the word around. It's what it takes. Word of mouth is better than anything. Yeah, I've got some signs out. I'm pretty on them. I know I am. But long story short is, you know, you want to make sure that you're making the right decision. And if you're not happy with who's in there, you know, you've got a choice. and I feel like I'm a very good choice, and I feel like I can really do well at this, and I'm just looking for an opportunity to make a change and help and move our district and our county forward.
First of the questions.
I was about to say, what's no?
You said you was pretty on them. I was thinking they burn pretty shiny.
Every time I go to work, them guys like pretty shiny. Yeah, cleaned up. I cleaned up, boys.
All right, so first of the questions. Do you believe in aliens?
No.
No.
Ooh, it's a good start so far.
He's
I don't.
definitely
No, but if he said no on the first one, it's going to be no across the board.
No.
No,
Do-
there's going to be no across the board, though.
No. I don't. No.
All right, what about Bigfoot?
No. Sorry.
Who knows?
This is where it changes. Ronnie knows this because do you believe in ghosts, paranormal?
And the paranormal.
I've heard some
vast.
stories. I've never personally seen anything or felt anything of a ghost or anything like that,
Other than the Holy Ghost.
other than the Holy Ghost. That's right. But, I can't say that. No, I can't. You hear stories, but I've personally not encountered anything like that. No, sir.
I told you. I knew it was going to be no across
Sorry.
the board.
I'm
Any
sorry.
man- anybody that we've brought on here has said no to the first one. It's no across the board.
I'm consistent.
Yeah.
What I say with the paranormal is the only ghost the Bible mentions is the Holy Ghost.
Holy Ghost. That's right.
But now there are demons,
Yeah.
and they can appear to you as lost loved ones or whatever. But anything you see that is not of God is demonic. So
So your wife believes
Yes, she
in
does.
paranormal.
But she, I can't thank for her. I can only thank for me. You know what I'm saying? I can't thank for her. But
but it's demonic. So
yeah, that's
what I
true.
say.
Well, I mean, I don't, but they're all not demonic,
What?
Paul,
you're
how
asking
deep
a
are you guys
preacher-
taking us with 4 minutes left in this show?
Yeah, but
No.
he's asked me to come pray for his house. If
No.
it's not demonic, then why would you need me to come pray?
just out of
Eddie out?
curiosity. That's just out of curiosity. See what would happen. See if my house would start shaking or something. But Paul has been to my house and he has seen activity.
Oh, you have?
So I don't know how. Yeah, well, my I've told the story. My daughter was standing in front of a door. We were actually at Jericho's house watching Redneck Brawl because we had sponsored some folks that were going to be on there and this and that. So and then we got a shout out or whatever at one of the Redneck Brawls. The podcast did. Anyhow, so we're sitting there. My daughter's and the way Jericho's house is, you can sit on the couch and look down a long hallway. At the end of the hallway was a room on the left with the door open. My daughter's standing in front of the door, open. Just standing there, and then the door closes.
And it wasn't a subtle close either. I mean, it had a little pressure behind it.
And I seen that, and I don't know that I'm saying that it was a ghost,
The door didn't shut not one time.
but
Yo.
I did see that.
The door
didn't-
stayed open the whole
Didn't make
time.
the hair on my neck stand up, nothing like that, but I did see it. And I looked at Jericho, and he's like, "You've seen that, right?" Because I'm all the time like, I'm like you. I've never felt like I've seen anything.
I can't say that I haven't been like when I cut hay and stuff, and I'm on a tractor by myself at night, cutting hay late at night in the evenings. That you sit on a tractor, you think about a lot of stuff for 3, 4, 5 hours at a time. There may be once or twice that I've been sitting on my tractor thinking, I feel like somebody's watching me.
Yeah,
That's
Can
Bigfoot.
but I've never actually seen anything. But I've had like a feeling like, something's.
Oh, I've seen a ton of stuff.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen anything.
But I've had a feeling
Outside
like
of that.
somebody's watching me before.
I have. I've had
Yeah.
that feeling. I've had.
But I don't know if that's what you consider
room
something
kind
like
of gets
that.
a little cooler. I've had those kind of things, but nothing visual.
No, me either. No.
Yeah. No, the only things I've stayed up all night rebuking, like I said, was my coat hanging up on the.
What
Door.
about that time you and your boy heard somebody talk.
We heard.
You didn't rebuke that?
Well, I couldn't find it.
It's on there.
On the video.
2 minutes to go.
So it had
Ring
to
the
be
bell,
us.
Paul.
It had to be us. It had to be one of us say it because I couldn't find any evidence that it happened.
Well, if you didn't
Other
say
than we
it,
both turned at each other at the same time and go, "What'd you say?" And he said, "I thought you said it." So that's the only thing I got on camera is both of us saying that.
All right, so the show's fixing to wrap up. Eugene, you are number one on the ballot.
Yes, I'm number one on the ballot.
So easy to find, number one on the ballot,
Yes.
guys. I'm speaking for myself. If you guys vote Eugene Smith, I think you are making the best decision that you can. I'm only speaking for myself, just because I've known Eugene. I've ran beside him. I've listened to everything. Like, I wish that I could bring all of the speeches that he had, and I had them in front of me, the way I could share. There was parts of them that I picked out that I remember to share with you guys. But
District 4.
that's District 4, Whitley County.
Right. And you'll vote for that at Oak Grove.
You can vote that. It's any voting poll.
Any voting poll.
Yeah.
We'll have
It's no
District
concern.
4.
Yeah, you can go to City Hall. You can go to Oak
Right.
Grove. You can go to Whitley North. Is that what it is over
Yeah,
there?
within North 126.
You can go to all those places and vote. There's another place in Canada Town at a church.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That you can vote. But guys, please tell your friends about it. You can, let them know. If you guys want him back on the show, let us know. We'll bring him back before May.
Thank you.
That way, you guys can. If you have any more questions for him, we'd love to. We'd love to help you guys pick who you're selecting to be your magistrates and elected officials in Whitley County. We'd love to help everybody.
we're definitely going to help get your face out there.
Thank you. And
Please,
again,
go follow him on Facebook. Go follow everything he's doing. If you'd like him to put a sign in your yard, message him.
Absolutely.
Give him your address. Give him your number. If you have a question, he'll give you a call. He's a top-notch guy.
thank you. The only thing I'm asking is opportunity. Be there when you call. Be a face. Be a voice for the 4th District. And I promise you, I'll give you 110%. And listen, it's as simple as this. And I tell everybody, if I get stale, you know what you can do? Vote me out. It's pretty simple.
Right.
I mean, you want to flex your opinion, vote them in and vote them out. It don't matter if it's me or who it is. So give me the opportunity, please. I'm excited about having a great opportunity to be able to do this, not just for me, but for my family, your grandkids, great family, family, everybody's family. And as long as we're doing that, we're going in the right direction. Number one on the ballot. Hopefully I'm number one in your heart come May 19th. Appreciate your vote. Thank
Eugene
you.
Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. Jericho, you like to add anything? James Jones.
Yeah, James Jones Monday. That's going to be a wild one.
London City Council.
Yep, London City Council. A lot of talk going at. So, any London folks on here right now, tell all your friends and family Monday is going to be the night to watch.
And if they live in District 4, tell them to vote for you.
Yeah, and if you live in District 4, keep your eyes open because he's about to get his face plastered all over social media. Something he's never done before.
All right, you guys have a great night. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Appreciate it.